have in the studio today. Her name is Spontaneous the Poet. Let us talk about why Spontaneous. How did you come up with that name? Let's just begin there.
Why Spontaneous?
Yes.
Well,
I actually also saw somewhere else you call yourself a Floyd.
I am a Floyd.
I never had that one before.
Yes.
Talk to us about that one.
It's easy,
Floyd.
man. It's just rhythmic poetry where you get to do music and poetry in sync.
Okay.
So I figured other than sometimes I go on stage and once I've performed, people say, "You're an amazing singer." I'm thinking, no, I did spoken word. so how did it just become singing?
Yeah.
So someone once told me I speak as if I am singing. So I figured, why not just call it floetry?
Floetry.
Flow with poetry.
So it's not like it's a legit word. It is. You coined it yourself.
It's a legit word.
It's there.
Yeah, it is. But mostly in the States. They actually even have a group called Floetry.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm learning something new.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was a female poet. A female poet is called
Poetess.
Let's not even go there. Spontaneous.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that name?
How did I come up with this name? I was in campus and I had just started doing poetry and someone said I have to come up with a name. So I tried my legit names, Rachel Stephanie, did Ray Steph. And my friend called Enigma says, "Yo, no, that doesn't even count for you."
Yeah.
I'm thinking, so which name do I give myself? Like we thought about it for a whole day. And then I was walking outside the door and heading, I think, to take water. And then he says, "You're such a spontaneous character." I was like, yeah.
That's
Spontaneous,
a name right there.
yeah, you know. So that's how it just happened. I was like,
Yeah. It spontaneously happened.
Spontaneously happening. So
I
yeah.
feel too smart right now. It spontaneously happened.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now, we've been talking about you and your pieces. Let's hear something, just to prove a point, just to prove that you are the real deal.
I am the real deal.
Yes.
Eh?
Let's hear something.
Okay. I think I'll do the latest piece I did this year, and it's in line with countering violent extremism. So, hey, Mr. President. I hope you're listening. Hey, Mr. President. Hey, Mr. President. Hey, dear Mr. President. See, I have been such a loyal citizen, hata kuulizia ID, siezi tense. Cause utumwa si uzalendo. In fact, I was one of the best of your students, benefited from the free primary education I even got mastered at the University of Nairobi. Na hayo yote najivunia kwa Mkenya. So don't take me wrong. Najivunia kwa Mkenya. But the thing is, even with the 89.5% youth literacy rate the economical class simply can't accommodate, I'm sure you have noticed the disinterest of the free polytechnical courses placed on the supposedly available jobs held by your loyal office. You see, hakuna makazi. Ndo statement ina run hii mtaa, nasema hakuna makazi. Ndo statement ina run hii mtaa, ni kunoma design hata figures. The unemployment rate is in a dance na digits of the radicalized youth in the society. So, hey, Mr. President, I hope you're listening. Hey, Mr. President. Hey, Mr. President. Hey. So let's talk. I think we have good systems in place, assuming that the cockroaches do not have the wires bitten. See, corruption imekuwa the all new fashion trend. Twitter tweets and retweets reiterate, let's reason. Even the world believes we offer the best knowledge. Think about it. High literacy equals high labor force that meets fewer jobs equals depression equals survival equals frustration equals if joining the militia has nothing to lose. Better pay, better jobs, better this, better that. Quite an easy bargain, don't you think? Quite an easy bargain, don't you think? So dear Mr. President, shall you listen to what the citizens need and not what the old systems want? More like practical knowledge and less of theoretical bondage. I say more of entrepreneurial skills and less of degree and bills. More of mind independency and less of mind dependency. Savage. Dear Mr. President, najivunia kwa Mkenya. Najivunia kwa Mkenya, my vibrant manpower globally. Nasema najivunia kwa Mkenya, where your youth badge is indeed a youth source. Najivunia kwa Mkenya. So change the narrative because you can.
Beautiful. Thank you. And you can definitely sing. We have proven that right here.
Thank you.
That was amazing. Now, I noticed something about your pieces. Like this one, for example, you're calling out the government for what they are failing to do.
Yeah.
You're calling out the government for what they're failing to do. Most of your pieces, even the ones that we just had before you came in, you're talking about issues that are affecting our society.
True.
Is this a running theme in all your pieces?
I would say that because my vision is to just create social change and give a positive vibe towards everything that goes on. I believe that you need a voice. If you have a voice and God has granted you that voice, then speak out so that people who are unable to speak are able to look up to you and also speak about the same thing. I mean, handling situations starts with conversations. So that's why I normally attack issues and speak about issues. Yeah.
I've had a piece you've done about HIV and AIDS.
Yeah.
I've had another one you've done, a beautiful one that you did about albinism. I love that one.
Thank you.
That one is a beautiful one.
Thank you.
Now, this other one that you're talking about, human trafficking.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that one, because that one really touched my heart.
If I die tomorrow.
Yes.
Wow. Well, this piece was written after my mom passed on. That was in July 2016. And I was supposed to go for an event for human trafficking, courtesy of an organization called HEART. And I thought, I normally research on my pieces first and then I write them down. But you have to give a part of you for a piece to speak out for everyone. I mean, you have to speak someone's language, right?
Yeah.
So ideally, I wrote this piece having me in mind and thinking through if I was trafficked, what would happen? And what would I tell God at such a situation? And I tapped into an emotion I had way back when I was in class 1. We used to have this house help, this guy. And
a male house help.
A male house help.
Yeah.
I'm actually saying this live on stage. It's never happened to me before, so I've never had to talk about this.
So it's the first time you're actually giving this story?
It's the first time I am on national TV. So yeah, this guy would close me and a certain neighbor of mine at the same age in our room, and he would force us to have engage in sexually, and he would watch via the window and smile at the whole activity, our naivety. And I remember we used to cry back and tell him, please open the doors, we're not supposed to do this. So I tapped into that emotion at that time and how I felt trapped. And when you're trafficked, you feel trapped. And it grew. The piece itself grew because I was supposed to do a presentation in our church. And I asked God for inspiration on how to make more sense and speak to people. Because there's a part where you sing, this is my story, this is my song. Praising my Savior all the way because I've had to find a way of dealing with this issue and many more. And I can't say it's been by my power, it's been by His grace. And yeah, that's basically how this piece came.
Every piece that you write, it's either something that you've experienced or something that you've seen. Is that right? Exactly.
It's either something I have experienced or a friend has experienced or what I have seen and what I feel has to be advocated for. I try to put a piece of me in every piece that I have. Then that's how it becomes a spontaneous The Poet piece, you know?
And this is where you draw all your inspiration.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's my journey, it's my own life, and they always say that if you want to talk to people, then start accepting yourself first. And how do you accept yourself? By speaking out and letting them know who you are.
Very good, actually, because we are also talking about self-acceptance this morning, but of course on a different angle. But that's good that you're talking about self-acceptance. Yeah. I love your pieces, by the way. Yeah.
Thank you.
Zinanijenga sana. I listened to them and I could feel that you're talking about real issues. But we need to go beyond just talking about these issues. I saw there's an initiative you are working on.
Yeah. We have been. It's called Anika, the Anika 254 initiative. It's courtesy of a friend who was the founder, called Gladys Mwende. And then we are 3 other people. That's Desmond, Robin, who's also called Enigma. Ideally, when we started this out, the idea was to speak out, because we realized people are so easy on talking about kawaida issues. They don't want to talk about race.
They don't want to talk about the real issues.
They don't want to talk about matters that really, really matter. You know, like when you're being catcalled.
Yeah.
It is so normal, you know.
Yeah.
The society just figures it out.
They have normalized it.
They've normalized it. When you're raped, the first question is, how are you dressed? I'm thinking, good Lord. You know?
I like you. We should have you more on this show, because these are the things that we talk about on this show.
Thank you.
Real issues that are affecting the society. So, as I was saying, we need to go beyond just talking about them. That's why I want you to talk about that initiative that you're working on, and the things that you do to actually, just go beyond talking about those issues.
We've partnered with an organization called SEMA. And normally we have a panel discussion, and we have artists on board, because we are all artists. So we figure, how do you bring artistry in sync with the thematic areas? So it's been happening for 2 years. The first year we basically spoke about sexual violence, GBV, and then this year we've centered on mental health. We actually had one on 23rd.
Wow.
Yes. And we were talking about bipolar and bipolar disorders. Exactly. So ideally, that's what we do. That's why Anika was founded. And we've been having events coming out soon. There's one that's being sorted out by Gladys. It's called KUtv. And it's happening on 13th of July.
13th of July.
Yeah, and I love the concept, because it's bringing in all the misfits in the society. It's like a stage play where you have all the misfits in the society, and you're tapping into the emotions, and you're trying to understand where everyone is coming from. Because for there to be togetherness, I have to understand you from a personal level.
You have to be on the same page.
Exactly.
Okay. The Peace Tree Initiative Network.
Yes.
Talk to us about that one. You seem to be involved in so many networks. Yeah, you're doing good in society. We need more of you in our society.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I give thanks. Peace Tree Network is an organization that basically enhances capacities for change. And how does it do this? It goes to grassroots levels. Like right now we're in Kwale County. And we do trainings, we do forums, we do workshops on specific areas like human rights, gender and development. We have advocacy ongoing. Actually, about advocacy, we have a series coming up very soon.
Okay.
It's called the Inside Out Project. You see how when you're an artist, you rarely talk about yourself? Like you just talk about the norm, but you don't talk about you. Think of it like this. Why are so many artists under depression? Why are they frustrated?
Because they suicide.
Exactly. They speak for the society, but they do
never
not
for themselves.
Speak for themselves. So the Inside Out Project was meant to bring that out. So courtesy of Peace Tree Network, we were able to start this. We're shooting 7 videos, and you're supposed to do it monthly, featuring guys like Dofan, the guys who talk about anti-corruption and how to tap into it, and why in their own stories they opted for this.
Okay.
Because that's what we miss out when it comes to many interviews. Like the artists don't get to really tell you who they are, and that's what we really wanted at Peace Tree Network. And other things that we do is basically, it's mostly on forums and workshops, and we tap into the challenges that Kwale County is facing.
Okay.
For instance, we're in for the African Child event recently, and it was so sad to just know that the main issues are adolescent motherhood and defilement.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
You know.
Wow.
So we are here. We don't really. It's not really a big deal on this end, but it's such a huge deal the other side.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is tradition just takes over. You know.
Yeah.
Like
it's an issue between custom and we were talking about this some other time, and it's very sad actually.
I know,
that our
right?
customs are it's like they're giving way for those inhumane actions to, you know, they're perpetrating such actions, yeah?
Exactly.
And it's very sad. Are you going out of Kwale County?
Are we going out of? Of course we will be.
Yeah.
We've been thinking through programs probably to head to. We were at Mount Elgon before Kwale County. Now we're thinking through other areas that we can tap into, probably Nyanza. But proposals are still being worked on.
All right. Do you have a piece maybe on in that line that you can, you know, perform for us?
You caught me off guard.
Yeah. Okay. Any
but
other
it's
piece?
all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. President was courtesy of one of those because we were dealing with countering violent extremism and having youths not necessarily being perpetrators of violence, but also of peace. So this other piece is on social change. And yes, we speak out, right? It's called My Husband is Cheating on Me.
Yeah, this should be interesting. Let's listen to this one.
We will be doing a video soon, so
Yeah.
I thought, why not share it with you? Has he cheated? Hasn't he yet? Has he cheated? They say he who finds a good thing finds a good wife, but they rarely tell you that out of the divorce cases pending in Kenya, to be more precise, 161,000, they don't tell you about the cheating chronicles. So my husband is cheating on me. Maybe you all might be wondering why I haven't left yet, but this is a different kind of cheating, a cheating that only the liquor bottle can explain. You see, he has been cheating on me with his sobriety when it's meant to last permanently, only for it to be slain in less than a week. Rachel sitakunywa tena, and weeks later unapata amelewa chakari. You see, he has mastered the art of crawling off our bed at midnight to soothe his soul with Milady, the liquor bottle. I know it probably doesn't have a head, but it's got that physique that turns him on, turns him on, turns him on, and he sings, Adila, tamu, tamu, ukinywa na kombe, waisi kama wataka. My husband is cheating on me. So has he cheated? Hasn't he yet? Has he cheated? Has he cheated? On these days, my mornings are turned into morning sessions. If you touch my chicken lean a little closer, you will notice the anger from my fiery eyes. My husband has turned my mornings into morning sessions. But my friends are loyal. These friends are loyal. They play the cheery role, you know. But not until the bartender comes close and stays, Madame, Lipa, Bill. Because this is what you earn. This is what you earn from being a laughingstock. For falling in love with the drunken stupor. Any Tom, Dick, and Harry can speak to you anyway, anyhow, and they won't care. But well, I'm done nagging. Maybe you all might be wondering what I have done about this. See, I have prayed. Man, I have prayed. Not once, not twice, a gazillion times even. God is my witness. I even stuck to the testimonies that encouraged me. You see, mwanamume wangu alikuwa akilewa sana na sasa hivi yuko sawa. Or rather, were it not for my wife, I will not be where I am right now. But the struggle still stings. Should I stop? Should I? Not should I? Stop? Should I? Not should I? Stop? But I don't, because my husband is such a responsible person. I remember this one time when he actually came home with a piece of chicken. My. Quite a delightful scene, isn't it? In quite a state though. He met her again, and the perfume stings. He met her again, and the perfume stings. He met her again, and the perfume stings. My husband is cheating on me, and my lady, the liquor bottle, is winning. You see, scriptures say, love beareth, love endureth, love believeth. So if I left, does it mean that I never loved him from the start?
Should be asking our viewers that question. If you leave after your husband is cheated on you with the liquor bottle, does it mean you didn't love him to begin with? Please answer that question. My number is 0739110544. I'm going to forward your answers to Spontaneous here. Thank you very much for that one. It was beautiful.
Thank you.
I love it. And as I said,
thanks.
as in you're very consistent with your themes.
Yeah.
Real issues.
True.
Let's talk about this other piece that you did about albinism.
Yes. Wow. This piece was written 2 years back. It was written on a book. It took 6 months for me to think through sharing it with the social media.
You wrote it yourself, or you wrote it in collaboration with?
I wrote it myself.
Okay.
The whole piece is just mine. And I wrote it with Jairus Ongata, the guy you saw in the video, in mind. Jairus is such an amazing friend.
Oh, you wrote it with him in mind?
With him in mind.
But you wrote it yourself?
But I wrote it myself.
Good.
I wrote it with him in mind. And I remember it took 6 months before I shared it because I was not sure how he would take it. So I would wake up in the morning, check my book out and say, today is the time I should share. And I think, no, let it stick, Because I wasn't sure about the reception. It speaks about challenges. It speaks about these sensitive things that I didn't know if I'd lose a friend if I did this.
Yeah.
So I shared it 6 months later on my page, and I tagged him alone. The next time I woke up, Jay had mentioned a gazillion of people, and I'm thinking, whoa, it spoke. It caught me off guard. It really did.
It resonated with so many people.
It resonated with so many people, and the fact that he was the one who shared it, that was a big deal for me. I remember I called him up and I said, man, I thank you. If you only knew I didn't share it for 6 months. And then 1 year later, I'm talking to Bundi Films, and this year now, no, 2 years later, this year, I'm speaking to Bundi Films and they're telling me, since it's Albinism Awareness Day, I'm like, yeah, I have this content. Would you like to? And they were like, yes, we'd love to. I mean, why not? And then I called Jay up and Jay says, I am coming. I'm thinking 2 years later and we're going to be having this piece together. Finally. And then I talked to Peace Tree Network because I believe they are people who are willing to assist and build on arts that is themic and worth the change. So I speak to them and they're thinking, yeah, we can do that in collaboration with Bundi, we do not mind. Or ideally, Bundi is the one who sponsored this, but PTN also came on board. And when we did this, when Jay came, and we had Sarah.
Yeah, the other lady.
Pretty lady, yeah. Very, very pretty lady. I called up Sarah through a friend called Shanky, and they're like, yeah, why not do this? Especially since it's convenient for that day. And we were there, and we did this. And
beautiful piece. Yeah. It really touched my heart. It's a very beautiful piece. Would you mind performing it for us? Maybe not the whole of it, but just a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
My name is White. For decades I have been an acronym of peace, though lately I bring outrage within my vicinity. Trotting through my biological map, see mama and papa, both people of color, but my skin is white. I'm told daddy could not condone this, so he fled. Mama's heart still bleeds. Papa believes she cheated, Mama has never regained her dignity.
What I want you to do. So they keep it right here to watch the full video. It's going to be coming up in a short while. That the whole video, they're going to play it for them and they're going to listen. It's beautiful. Thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you so much for having me.
What do you have in store for us?
What do I have in store for you? I am working on an album.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So far we've done 3 pieces. We're still working on. We have a long way to go.
Yeah.
But
How many pieces are you looking to?
We hope 11.
11 pieces.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay.
Yeah. So far it's an album, and I'm really hoping to see you guys at KUtv as well, because that's something.
Are you inviting us officially?
July. Yes.
Okay.
Come, and
we receive the invitation. Thank you very much.
Come through, kindly come through.
Definitely.
And much more. The video you saw and the audio I did. My husband is cheating on me. The video hopefully is coming out soon as well.
Okay.
And the web series that is starting in July.
All right.
For the next 7 months at Peace Tree Network.
Beautiful. To keep in touch with you, where do we find you on social media?
Facebook at Spontaneous Treehouse.
Spontaneous Treehouse.
Yeah, I wanted to have a tree back in the day when I was younger, and I figured now I have a page. So yeah, Spontaneous Treehouse.
Spontaneous Treehouse. Okay.
Yeah, Instagram Spontaneous Treehouse, YouTube Spontaneous the Poet.
Spontaneous the Poet.
Twitter Spontaneous the Poet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you so much for having me.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
It is due to these small things that you're doing that we're going to have finally get a change in this society.
Thank you, man.
It's been an honor.
Same here.
That is Spontaneous the Poet.
Yeah.
Go to her YouTube channel, go to her Facebook pages, every other social media platform. Go and check out her beautiful work and what she's doing, because I promise you, she's just going to change your life in one way or another. We're going to take a short music break. We'll be right back. This is the Art and Culture Monday. Do not go anywhere, because this is just but the beginning. This is just the beginning. Let's take a short music break.
My name is White. For decades I have been a